This week on the Spotlight, we talked to the GM, Rick Hahn of the White Sox, as the Sox are having major troubles. And then we go to trivia at Reggie's at 21st and State. That's a good thing and very entertaining. Also, Robin Ventura speaks.
Hey, what's up, Patrick? This is D. Rose. I just want to say congratulations on your 1400 show. Hope you much success and continue to do your thing. Thank you.
Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the 27th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Let's talk about the Cove. Benkowski Trivia next, Wednesday, July 15th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. 1750 East 55th Street, right by the lake. I'll be looking for you on July 15th. The Dirty Sock is a place you need to experience. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. Great food, great drink, 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. Calabria Imports has Italian foods and a great deli. You mention this TV ad, and you get a free Joe tea with a sandwich order. Conveniently located at 1905 West 103rd Street, Calabria Imports has great stuff. Check it out. I do all the time. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. 773-233-7044. They're doing a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you. Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferlin.
Because of the second wild card, have you seen other teams be more aggressive earlier in seasons when talking about possible trades?
You know, the second wild card puts more in the mix of the buyer mode, I would say. I think teams are a little more, it can also actually work the opposite of what you laid out, in that teams are a little more reticent to become sellers early because they feel they can still be in it. They may not necessarily start buying sooner, but they're not going to sell as soon either because they're going to let this thing breathe for a little bit and see if we can work our way back in because of that second wild card, and then maybe turn into buyers. So there's very few clubs, I think, certainly this early, that, for lack of a better description, have declared themselves sellers. That may well be because of the second wild card. I will say that since the draft is now behind us, the trade chatter has picked up a little bit over the last several days or week or so, and that's certainly going to continue over the next few weeks as we head into July.
We don't like this team just having Gio. Would you say the chemistry is just not there with this particular team?
I think chemistry is
Overrated?
I won't say overrated. I'd say I don't want to use it as a cop out. It's something intangible, something you can't touch or you can't point at. If I felt there were guys who weren't working extremely hard, weren't focused on winning, weren't doing everything in their power to be a good teammate or to win that night's game, then maybe that would how I would describe a chemistry problem. But just to say the team hasn't gelled or the offense isn't clicking or we haven't won enough and then to blame chemistry, I think that might be a bit of a cop-out.
We haven't heard much from Jerry. Doesn't
talk about the club anymore, but what can you say about
I have
his
heard from
return?
What did that sound like?
What does he have to say about what's going to happen?
Well, he shares the same frustration, if not more so, that any of us feel and any fan feels. I mean, he came in, like many of us and many of our fans, with high expectations for this year, and expectations that haven't been met. That's frustrating as can be. I don't think in some ways, he's not unique, because any fan who invested their time or money in this product has thus far been frustrated and disappointed, and he shares that. He is unique in that he has the benefit of being able to talk to me or Kenny or Robin directly about what the plans are, or what our hopes are, what we're trying to do on a daily basis to get better, so that may help him feel a little bit better, hopefully make him feel a little bit better about the effort and the plan going forward. But in terms of from a frustration standpoint, he's right there with all the rest of us.
You talked about the offense mostly here, but are you happy and feel that the other parts of the game have improved to, the defense?
The defense has been.
base
The
running?
defense has been better. The base running has been better. It hasn't been good enough. It hasn't gotten to the level we want it to be at, but it has been better. Those, again, when you're scoring, look, in Jose Quintana's 7 losses, we've scored a combined 4 runs or something like that. That's a far bigger issue as to why we're not winning those starts and wasting quality outings from him than an error here or a guy getting thrown out taking an extra base. We need to clean that stuff up, but the larger issue right now for me is the offensive performance. Again, in some ways, perhaps that's good because there is a great deal of track record on a lot of guys of better offensive performance, so that should get better going forward. And I am pleased with the ways certain players have responded to some of the base running and defensive challenges that we've put to them, and they've responded. Again, it's not as good as we need to be, but it's not. That isn't what's sinking us right now.
One thing you hear the most from the fans is about the watchability of the team. Is that hurt more than anything? Just about is that a lot of people feel they can't watch it all the time.
But that I can really only respond to what I'm seeing, and I'm certainly not seeing the brand of baseball we want to see on a consistent basis. We've had spurts, we've had nice little stretches when we were out in Oakland or playing against Houston, or even at times on the difficult road trip that we just came off of. There were spurts of playing quality baseball, grinding out at bats, playing good defense, taking the extra base, putting pressure on the defense. Certainly quality starting pitching, and at times some very fine relief pitching. But it's been too erratic, and there's certainly when you're not scoring runs and you're not catching the ball, it is a tough watch, and that's not who we're striving to be here for an extended period of time.
Is one of the ways to correct that, and I know this sounds, maybe super old school, but getting the ball players out to the ballpark at an hour they don't care to be here to work on those sort of things.
Happened before. That's happened before. We've gone down that path before. It's happened on the road more so than at home. If there's different avenues that have been explored to try to break through some of this stuff. There's the one extreme that you reference and sort of doing extra early work. There's a lot of early work that goes on around here. If you're here 2:30, 3 o'clock, you'll see guys out on the field pretty much on a daily basis. You can make that even earlier, or you can go even the other extreme that some people go, and that is just show and go. You know what? Clear your head, be with your family, show up right before game time, and let's go get them. Sometimes that works for certain clubs. Those are all different buttons to potentially push.
Matt Davidson gives you power potential at a spot where you don't really have power right now. Has he done enough to show you that he's at least better?
He's having a better year. He's improved. And his defense has actually improved down there, too, which is something that doesn't show up in the box score. It's certainly been a better year for Matty. If we're not quite ready to put him out there here on a daily basis, we'd like to, if in fact the time came to bring him to Chicago, it would be with consistent play time to help continue that development. But he's improving. It's just not time for him here just yet. All righty.
Thank you. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early on a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. How do you fix the collective offensive approach? It seems a lot, a certain degree of undisciplined hitting, a lack of execution with men on base. And
what do you mean, like execution on base? Like getting hit with a guy in scoring position?
Moving the runners along, laying a bunt down, some of the basic things that need to be done that just don't get done and leave you with runners stranded.
I think that, when you get the left on base stuff, that always never sits well. Execution, getting the hit is execution, but when guys are on base, you would like to see guys knock them in. That's the execution we're really looking for. I think that guys are hoping to get to, and really you have two choices. You can either come in, fight like hell, and scratch and claw, or you can curl up in a ball, and nobody in there is going to curl up into a ball. They're all going to come out here and compete and scratch and claw.
You're not getting slugging percentage or on-base percentage. You feel like your hands are tied when you look at a lineup, try to make a combination, how it's going to all work, you feel?
Yeah, you want a little more of that. You want a little more pop in the lineup. I think when we played against Houston, you saw a little bit of that. In the last 5 games, there hasn't been much of it. So you have to be able to get guys on base. You have to be able to be a threat and be able to answer back quickly. We did that against Houston. We haven't done that lately, especially in the last couple days.
How do you know when you and your coaches are, in your minds, are doing enough or too much, where you're giving them too much? Where's that fine line?
You mean like
giving
too much?
working really hard extra time, early, or just say,
well, you come
show
out,
up and
you come out early and you do your work and you make sure you're going through the things that are necessary, that you feel are important, and you come out, and it's always different. Every guy's a little bit different. His position is different. Probably a swing at that time. Everybody's a little different at that point, but you can get to a point where it might be good for him not to hit.
Right.
Or to not be on the field and come out and do the old-fashioned put it on and go out and play. Maybe they're thinking too much when they go out here, and the last time we were at home, we didn't hit on the field very much, and we played better. So there are times when not having them go out here might be the best answer.
You ever thought about shaking
I've thought about it.
Well, I think a lineup shake-up, like something a little off the wall, maybe. I'm not suggesting anything, but something like
Brady leading off.
Brady leading off.
That was
A Brady hitting second.
Picking out of the hat.
Just something a little.
It's been thought of. It's been thought of. Again, everybody that's in. You're pretty much going to have the same guys. Whether you do that, you might end up in that situation where it might work, it might not work, but you might see it tomorrow if it doesn't go well tonight. But you trust that these guys, we have some pro guys in here that you weren't expecting to come over and fix things. you want them to be able to go out and compete and put them in a spot to be successful, and that's what you want to do.
You're so even keel. You seem to have it.
Not all the time.
Well, it looks
Just
like
around you.
Okay, thanks, I guess.
Thanks.
But if you did something really out of character, I mean, do you think that could be a shake-up potential?
Out of character?
Rant and rave?
Play chess.
Play chess? Rant and rave? I have rant and rave before. You don't get to see that. But, you do have moments where you lose it and you're more vocal, or you do something that's to get some attention or something like that. And I'm not going to do it for everybody else to see just because they want to see it. But inside there, that they get to see it.
More comfortable getting back.
And I'm not going to play chess.
Cowboy hat?
Possibly.
When you guys play in a National League park, obviously you don't have one of your best hitters there. More comfortable coming back and having the DH now.
Yeah, we're not built for our pitcher hitting. We're really not. I think we lose something when LaRoche isn't able to be in there. I think every American League team, you always have that guy that doesn't really get to be in your lineup, and it becomes different. But it is a disadvantage for the American League teams.
Robin, bottom line, do you have the faith that the guys in that room can turn things around?
Absolutely. I mean, it's there. It's a tough road, but again, that decision. There's two of them, and I know, for us, they're going to scratch and claw and fight. I think for guys that have been around long enough, and you see guys that have kind of been beat down, and the game can bring you to your knees. You have to be able to fight your way back and do it. And these guys, we have guys in there that can do it.
There's only one good thing about where you're at. Could be.
That's a good.
There's one good thing.
There is.
It's this,
Okay.
that you've played up and down, and you're still within 6 games of a playoff spot, mostly because the balance in the American League, it would seem. So
there's tough teams, no question, and we have quite a few of them in our division, and we're going to have to, you have to make hay to be able to get back into it. You have to play well for a longer stretch than just 3 games, and that's very apparent.
Are you satisfied that the mental approach to defense is better than it was a week, 2
How long
weeks
ago?
A week, 10 days?
I know from a month ago, probably months ago.
Better than a month.
It's better than a month ago.
Is it to your satisfaction?
Yeah, I think we have guys that are playing well. I think even Gillespie last night made some great plays, and some of it is just the physical stuff of playing, but the mental side of it becomes the biggest thing. You have to be in the right position, put yourself in that position to make the right play and decision, and that's the only thing you can give them at that point. We don't have a little toggle or something that can move them around and play for them. So once you put them in the right spot, they have to be able to do that.
Thank you.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alton, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Raid of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. Team Rescue to 140. Jumpin' Jake trying to break through. Songs of Summer, TV 2000, baseball, or Peters. In this case, it's a Peter. Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, Tracy Morgan, name the show. Yes. There you go. You did it. There'll be no shutout tonight. Flying Penguins. Yes. It's Peter, though. Baseball leaders and Peters. This is a Peter. Still want it? Or not? You don't have to be. Peter. It's Peter. Somebody. Music. In 1991, DJ Jazzy Jeff and this man sang Summertime. I'll accept that. 80. And so it's not the first to yell, it's whoever's team was up at that time. That's a very basic rule. 2:30. We go to the Crew. You mean baseball? It's a Peter. Okay. On the made-for-TV movie A Christmas Story, he played Ralphie, the guy who did not put his tongue on the pole. But going. Somebody will know. Somebody will know. You watch. It might be Team Rescue. Team Rescue. Which Peter? Which Peter was in A Christmas Story? Billingsley is right. That's right. 90. They knew it. I told you somebody would know it. Tied with the Flying Penguins. Jumpin' Jake is up now.
We're doing it on TV shows.
Okay. He analyzes the blood for Miami police, and he's a serial killer. Dexter, yes. All right, Jumpin' Jake making a comeback. Flying Penguins, select. As of Monday at noon, he had 13 home runs for Seattle. Nelson Cruz is right, 100. And the Penguins, the 330. All right, Crew is up. Crew, you're playing Songs of Summer or TV 2000? I heard that. Aspiring young chefs are put to a reality test in this two-word show. HK. HK. Going. Hell's Kitchen is right. It's an 80. And the Crew to 210. And Team Rescue.
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You better get to Jackie's Hot Dogs, open past midnight 7 days. 2 Polish and fry, $5.69. Gyros plate with big fries, $8.59. Big Baby double cheese, $2.85. Tamales, Italian beef, pizza puff shakes, chicken breast, onion rings, and more at 5415 South Pulaski. They have it all going on at Jackie's Hot Dogs. I highly recommend it. I eat there periodically. I love it. You should try it too. It's mop-up time in 1990, and the Bears will win this game 30-24. That's a good thing.
The Bears are victorious in probably the biggest trash-talking week leading up to any NFL game. 4 interceptions by the Bears defense, a couple of them very crucial ones by Lemuel Stinson, who put his rear end on the line with all his pregame talk. Mark Carrier had a pick, and Vesty Jackson had the game winner that he returned for a touchdown when Atlanta threatened to rally and tie the game. It was exciting on many counts, with Neil Anderson and Brad Muster scoring a touchdown each. Jim Harbaugh threw a touchdown pass to Wendell Davis, who made a superb catch. Harbaugh leaving the game in the 4th quarter after getting smashed on the far sideline. It's time to get in the locker room and talk to the guys. Let's go.
Well, we won. That's about all you can say. It was kind of an interesting game. The first half was ours, the second half was really theirs, and we didn't really do very well on offense against a blitz situation in the second half. That's all they really did on us, and we didn't handle it as well as we have to. So that'll be the primary concern for us this week, of getting ready for that type of a defense where they put 8 and 9 people up and try to take advantage. We thought we had some things in it would work, but we just missed by a little bit on a couple plays. And when you miss by a little bit, you might as well miss by a lot, because it doesn't look very good. But first half was a good half. The first drive in the third quarter, I thought a lot of good things in there. Defensively, I guess Stinson backed it up to a degree. I hate to see people talk. I think it's foolish, because all you do is put a bigger burden on yourself, and the game's hard enough to play. But he made 2 key plays for us. Vesty made a great play and on a tip ball, but he made a great run after he caught it. I can't see everything from the sideline. I thought Richard Dent played his butt off. I mean, I don't know that anybody could have played much harder than Richard played for us today, and he was probably as big a factor as we had early in the game, and even with the tip pass, it was a key play, hustling from side to field to get the screen passes, so he played very well. There were a lot of good things, but they took a lot of the running game away from us. This wasn't one of our better games, but when you can win like this, it's because somebody else has done something right. The only disappointing thing is we made some mistakes in the kicking game that have kind of been silly mistakes, and they shouldn't happen, but they happen.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.